Hello, UGC fans. Welcome back to Season 14 of Overwatch for UGC. Great to be here and have you here watching us. We have an exciting match for you in the Intermediate League. We have the False Appearance Storm, what we call them Storm for tonight, and then University of Hawaii Warriors, and we'll be calling them Warriors tonight. Warriors will be on the side of the red team, and the Storm will be on the side of the blue in this match, starting off on Oasis. My name is Guthix, happy to be here, casting for UGC, and I'm joined by my good friend Adam. Adam, how's it going?
I'm doing very well.
Excellent, that's always great to hear. And we're going to be getting this match started off on Oasis with these two teams. Let's have a few announcements for you. We want you to be part of the action as well. Tweet any highlights from today's match with the hashtag UGCVitePlays to have a chance to win $25 in BlizzBucks for best highlight of the week. Today's sponsor is Vite Ramen. UGC Overwatch Season 14 is fueled by Vite Ramen. Vite Ramen, the high-protein noodle that does it all. Use code UGC at shopviteramen.com or shop.viteramen.com/UGC to save 10% off your order. Excellent. You can see that code on the bottom right side of your screen as we are getting right here into the action. Both teams are engaging, and looks like Warriors have already capped the point. They're building up that percentage as we speak. 12% already built up, and they are taking the edge in this first team fight with eliminations coming out on the side of the Warriors, and it looks like they're going to be holding this as they clean up the rest of the kills of the Storm.
They tried the high ground, just allow Hawaii to take the point and then drop down to ambush them. That just unfortunately didn't work out for them.
No, it did not. And look at this. We see a big ultimate difference in ultimate economy for the side of Hawaii. I mean, they already have 4 ultimates and building up to a Graviton Surge as well as they come in. But it looks like Storm's taking an aggressive approach here, trying to turn this fight early. But the Nano's coming in by the side of Hawaii. Rivers, Nanoing the monkey. Matt Dealer getting in there. Just building up another Primal Rage. And he has a pop so he's knocking all the teammates to the side. Storm in the back line around, but not Offbeat, as Offbeat is in deep and finds elimination on Nontix. And that's going to be a problem, but the trade does come out. Kanzu does find an elimination for Hawaii as they evens it up, but Trainer Red, the Focus Beam in the back line, up in the air, focuses down River and gets out, but is resurrected back to the fight, giving Storm the slight edge in this fight. What, during this entire team fight, Hawaii's been holding on to the point and building it up almost to 99%. They're even committing the blade here. Finds Vel, but gets slept. A perfectly timed sleep by Vel, but does not hit Nontix before falling. And look at this. Adam, they're already having 92%.
That's a good work out of Hawaii, but keep in mind, False was able to get the point because they denied 2 ults from Kanzu and I think Nontix.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a big neg there now as Storm is building up their percentage there. They can't really get this up as Plasma Turtle falls early. That's a big problem here. Ultimate's gonna have to be used. Graviton Surge with any follow-up from Trainer Red, as Sticky Bombs and Benta also using the Pulse Bomb. All of the sticky grenades go into the Graviton Surge, and it's going to be enough as Storm is pushing Hawaii back into their spawn point to regroup, holding on to this point.
And the burst damage when everyone's together like that from the Pulse Bomb and the stickies. Man, that's not going to be a very good day for those stuck in the Graviton Surge.
No, you want to get out of that Graviton Surge as fast as you can, but you can't. It's keeping it in. Oh, Hawaii coming in here, using some ultimates here as windows being popped, and Make You Happy is making Hawaii happy. Fine, Trainer Red on the Echo. Now, look at this, Matt Dealer is in deep, and he's booping everyone around with his Primal Rage. Vincent fell off the map. Oh no, and now Graviton's being used, and it looks like Hawaii's trying to secure this team fight, and they will. 93%. Will Storm be able to touch this point? We're seeing Plasma Turtle coming out on the ball. He's trying to race back, and he does make it back now, but falls right when he gets there. Echo copy on Trainer Red, copies to Winston. able to get onto the point, keep it sustained a little bit more, but falls now. Hawaii just needs to clean up the rest of Storm, and Notix are dashing through, gets a bell, and it looks like Hawaii will be able to clean up Storm, and they will be capping this point. The ultimate's being used. The Nano Blade is used out here. Just the stall characters coming out from Plasma Turtle, but it's not going to be enough, as Hawaii will take first point of Oasis here in the city center.
And how's a good job recovering after that Grav Surge burst damage combination they had to suffer through. They just had quite the strategy, had the ult economy, and pretty much used them pretty sparingly.
Take a look at this, Adam, as we're going here in University. It looks like both of these teams have a quick switch at them on these brawl comps. What do you think of this?
Well, we're just gonna have to see how this goes. Both Lucio's coming out, a lot of area healing, and the Baptiste staying on the field. We'll just have to see how the area healing will go, rather than the more direct healing.
See AoE and the speed boost, and this inside close map that's very dangerous, and Matt gets rolled off. An excellent wall by Trainer Ray. Cutting the Matthew are off from resting team. It just gets stuck right there with the Reinhardt down. Now Storm on the aggressive. They're trying to cap this point. They're pushing it back, and when Reinhardt down, it's going to be a problem. With Notix sneaking in a nice punch kill, and now Nepotis is the one that's getting caught out. But look at this, the wall is down, and the follow-up is there for the side of Hawaii, as Hawaii rolls in, and Storm is not able to cap it. And Hawaii, what a switch in momentum with just one punch from Notix.
And it's such a good job keeping their cool from Hawaii despite losing Math first. And they just kept their cool throughout the whole thing.
They did. The point wasn't unlocked, and that was pretty big as the shatter is blocked by Matt. Matt gets his shatter blocked, but now it doesn't even matter. Look at this Notix being player, right? A big playmaker right here, picking up 3 eliminations, followed up by Nepotis and securing that team kill for Hawaii. And wow, Hawaii is coming out strong here in these first 2 maps of Oasis.
Indeed, and they're just keeping that momentum going from the start of this round, even after losing Math at the beginning of this map.
Be a problem here as Notix just trying to find a lucky punch here. And oh no, Matt gets walled off again, but the Graviton Surge is there. Immortality Field Lamp to keep them up, but High Noon's being used on both sides now, but it's still showing up. Kill feed in red as the Tanxer side of Hawaii is cleaning up, and another team kill for Hawaii as they are getting very close to securing Oasis.
Although Train almost has Blizzard ready, False just used up a lot of ults and pretty much all for nothing. This could present a problem for them later on.
Here we go, Shadow the backline, 2-5 down on the side of Storm, but the Blizzard follow-up, excellent follow-up for the Blizzard from Trainer Red. Full shares being used on either side, but 5 down the side of Storm and 3 down the side of Hawaii. And Trainer Red, what a smart play with the Blizzard.
And you talk about False with smart usages of their ults, and that's how they're able to get that points too.
Oh no, again he gets walled off again, it gets booped off, but he does take Plasma Turtle with him, both Reinhardt strands. Now, kind of a standoff here as Storm building up their percentage. Without the Reinhardts, the shield is slightly difficult here as we see Trainer Red trying to get a sneaky wall here, trying to get the Zarya's and baits in. Now the rest of the team coming in, and he splits up the McCree, but Notix in the back line. Uncontested finds 2 eliminations, and he is back in the fight. And now the rest of the kills are showing red for Hawaii as Hawaii is coming back in with dominance as Make You Happy. Find 2 eliminations on the Lucio, flipping it over 10% and building 10% away as we see the Swans switch come out here as Offbeat jumps on the ball just a touch on the point. so he can at least trigger over time. Not takes looking for eliminations in the back line as well here. Graviton Surge being used and bent up with the high noon counter. Fights two. That's going to be a huge shatter by Storm as they push back in, hitting all of Hawaii players on the ground. And that's going to be enough to flip this point over. 99% non-ticks, not giving up, still fighting to the last minute, even when the points flipped over, fighting elimination. But Storm holding onto this point now, 60% build, and they cannot give it up.
And no, you can't. You got Train, has Blizzard ready, just in case something was to happen. Now we're gonna have to see what that one ult can do.
This wizard could just secure it if it's used correctly and timely, and they're using it right now, splitting out the rest of the team. Right here tries to get out. Immortality Fields is used, but both the tanks are frozen, and both of them fall with 80% left. It's going to be hard to push back into this, but looks like, oh, make your monies on the outside. 85%, 86%, and looks like Storm's bringing the fight to Hawaii. That's 10% away from tying this matchup and taking University. Hawaii is back into aggressive. Matt Dealer has the shadow. That's going to be key here. It needs to be blocked here. Shadow being used, only gets Chaos down on the ground, and now he follow up, finds Chaos. That's one elimination down now for Hawaii. But look at this, Trace coming out on your side. Bent up with the high noon, finds River, and it looks like Storm will be taking this 99% to 99% and finishing up with 100 non-ticks, though, making it close. 99% to 100% Storm, tying up this map of Oasis and taking University.
I gotta say, I gotta give the advantage of ult economy to Hawaii still, but false, even though they had like less of usage of the economy, they had some smart usages of them that's helped turn things around. And that was with the result of them picking up the University.
Oh yeah, picking up University, tying the series up, giving them hope. Both of these teams showing very even here. Trainer Red with the May and timing of the Blizzards just to secure both team fights right at the end, and also one right there early with the Shatter came out. As we see Nautix on the Doomfist, gonna have to keep an eye on that one, see if he sticks it here, and he does. Nautix on the Doomfist and Train Red on the May, both big playmakers for Hawaii and Storm. As we see Storm takes a high ground first here, and they are being aggressive, keeping Hawaii in the stairwell as they have to rotate out and rotate back onto point. But now Bent Up is on the high ground and he is set up, and that is a dangerous place that he picks up. Nautix taking the Doomfist out of the fight early is going to be a problem. So Wall displaces the rest of the team. Offbeat falling dangerously low. All of Storm falling dangerously low as Immortality Fields have to be used, and Bell keeping them up, keeping the team alive as both teams are kind of a standoff as Nautix rejoined. Now Wall being used, Amplification Matrix splitting the team, making the team have to rotate. Plasma Turtle finding a Fire Strike, and Shatter hitting two down the back line. There's no Reinhardt to block as Plasma Turtle falls to the counterpart, and trades are switching, coming out left and right, but looks like Nepotus will clean up on Zarya, finding the rest of Storm. And so Hawaii will be taking control of this point first.
And that could have gone either way, but the result of this, Hawaii has ult advantage for this one. I should say economy.
Here, Ultimate Day and Nautix pushing in again. Graviton Surge being used, Knuckle Wall up, and the Immortality Field, and Chaos picking up the beat, dropping it, and keeping the team alive during that ultimate Graviton Surge. Shatter being blocked, and now a beat being used on the other side. Wall blocking of Kanzu. High noon, but able to pick it up. One kill after walking around it. Nautix finding Chaos in the back line. Chaos finding the Reinhardt. And here we go. Blizzard being used, trying to clean up and secure this team fight. It's Trainer Red finds one. But now we see the kills are still showing in red. Hawaii holding on to this point. That's 50% away of securing Oasis and picking up Gardens.
Some smart usages of Hawaii's ultimates there. Pretty much picking them off, even though they're right now in an ult economy disadvantage. It's pretty much worth spent.
It's worth spent. Bent Up has this high noon ultimate alongside Bell as they're trying to get him on the high ground, trying to get him in a position here almost gets booped off. Hainu being used, he's looking for targets as the rest of Hawaii is bent around the corner. Kenzu fighting bent up though, but Trainer Red switch over to the Hanzo. Interesting switch, just applying some more shield pressure with his arrows and storm arrows. As we see, Hawaii will be holding on to this point as Kenzu finding 3 eliminations as they are 7, 6%, 5% away for security Oasis. Will Storm be able to touch this? Lucio racing in, and he's able to get the touch as he rotates out here. Someone else has a touch here for Storm, and they do, as Shadow being used and hitting the ball down the ground. That is going to be devastating for Storm here as they're trying to rush in the rest of the team for Storm. Volley to Hawaii. Hawaii just needs to clean up the last kill on Hanzo. Train Red falls, and with that, Hawaii will be taking an early lead in this series 1-0. But Adam, both of these teams coming out and showing that they mean business, and neither one of them are going to go down without a fight.
Oh man, when you see a lot of trade-offs, you know you are in for a hell of a match. Give both of these teams credit. They're beating each other up, winning battles, and my goodness, it's going to be an even fight. But for that last match, in the last round, give credit to Kanzu. He helped out to win the battle for Hawaii, dishing out a bunch of finishes. And
yeah, absolutely. Kanzu being a very big difference maker, both on the side of Hawaii, along with Nontix. Nontix picking up big eliminations. DPS for Hawaii definitely is a force to be reckoned here as we see get into our next map. Once the teams select that map, Storm coming into this match 5-0, Adam, and Hawaii coming in 4-1. Storm favored to win by the fans, but Hawaii showing that they mean business and showing that that one loss picked up early in the season and coming back winning their last 4 games shows that they are in their groove and comfortable and definitely a force to be reckoned with.
And this is like every esport or every sport. First few games, you can't really judge a book by the first few games. Like, they could go 2-0 and end up losing their last 14 like the NFL's Texans in 2013. Or basically the Steelers going 11-0 and ended up flopping. It's basically that type of situation. And like you said with Hawaii, what a turnaround after that 0-1 start.
A turnaround indeed. I'm excited to see what both teams run out here. Saw that both teams are comfortable with the dive with the Winston Zarya, but they also are comfortable with this rush comp with Ryan Zarya and running the Lucio. Watch Point Gibraltar is our next map, scoring map here. And it's common to see this dive double bubble composition with the Winston, and I'm pretty sure that's what these teams would be rocking here as we get into our next map once both teams are ready. Excited to see this Doomfist from Nontix, running this Doomfist out. It's always excited to cast these intermediate league matches because you see some uncommon hero picks here. As we saw last week, Reaper was played and both teams be dominant with the Reaper. And now we see Doomfist coming out here on the side of of the Hawaii Warriors.
And we normally don't see Doomfist here because, personally, Doomfist is one of the hardest characters to play as in the game. You just can't go by yourself as a Doomfist, otherwise you're gonna get picked off pretty easily. You usually have to stick with a teammate.
Yeah, and if you have that support from the Winston, it's definitely easier, but if you're running the Doomfist in this rush comp on these inside maps that have walls, of course that makes sense. But you have to be a little more careful, maybe punching in and then uppercutting and then seismic slamming or EA back and back to the team where it's safe. As we are about to get into our second match, or second map, University of Hawaii Warriors taking a early lead in this series, up 1-0 as we get into Watch Point Gibraltar. Both teams get ready and just selected their team lineups as match gets set in here, and what a fun little map here, Adam, we have, and a huge difference between point A, point B, and point C. Just like the different styles, and also just the height, like high grounds, low grounds, inside, outside. It's a really interesting map that Watch Point Gibraltar is.
And yeah, Watch Point is one of the most popular maps to ever be played in throughout Overwatch history. Everybody enjoys it. There's high grounds people could snipe from, places you could flank, you name it all.
It's a classic map. Definitely one notable for Overwatch. As we were talking about earlier, we see both of these teams running this double bubble composition with the Winston and the Zarya. As Winston jumps in, gets protected by Zarya's bubbles, and then drops his own, builds up that Primal Rage ultimate, and then just doing some monkey business, swinging his fist around left and right. And Storm will be on the attack first, represented by the red team now. And Hawaii will be on the defense, represented by blue team, as both teams get set here going into this first attack for Storm. Storm fighting from behind. They have to take Watch Point Gibraltar to force in map 3. Let's see if they can do it, as they are rocking out here on the attack, being aggressive here. Plasma Turtle already jumping on top, building up that Primal Rage ultimate already, 10% built up just from that first engagement. Now, both Echoes here, Nautic's on an Echo along with trainer Red Echo. A mirror composition as Monkey jumps in, Plasma Turtle jumping up both dangerously low, and Kanzu with the Storm Arrows able to focus it down, and Kanzu might be a big difference here. Storm Arrows with the Hanzo able to pressure down Plasma Turtle on any dive, any aggressive dive tanks. He's able to melt them down. As we see Storm pushing in now under the little arch here, but they are stopped as Kanzu finds offbeat with the Storm Arrows again, and Kanzu almost has an ultimate, but Chaos able to resurrect offbeat back in the fight, but at the resurrection, make you happy making plays, and finds Bent up with the headshot. And do we just see these stagger kills coming on the side of Hawaii, and that's going to make a difference here, make it hard for Storm to push in.
And we're gonna see this more. Looking at the Hawaii's defense, they kind of are running the NFL, like the Overwatch version of zone coverage right here.
A little bit here, but it looks like they are pushing in and being aggressive, going for that Hail Mary. As we see Nano Boost is put on Plasma Turtle. He's looking around for kills, but there's no one to be found. There's no one. No one. Storm trying to find eliminations, but it's not happening as Offbeat accidentally falls off the map or accidentally eliminates himself, and now Hawaii showing a dominance performance as they are holding on to this point, holding on to this defense with 2 minutes left in the attack for Storm.
And we mentioned this earlier, allowing False to make some progress, and then they just come in and just hold on to the points. Like I said, this is the equivalency of zone coverage, and Hawaii did really well with that.
Here we go, this ultimates on the side of Storm. Well, tons of ultimates are going to be looking at combo here, but it looks like Matt Dealer finds Chaos though early, and Make You Happy finds Plasma Turtle, and all the kill feed is showing in blue as Hawaii will be holding in and winning this team fight. Now 1 minute 30 seconds left, but there's a big ultimate combo with Offbeat, Graviton Surge, and Bent up with the Pulse Bomb, able to fight through that Transcendence.
Oh, this next battle could go either way. Both Zaryas have Grav. We could definitely see some deadly combinations going in this next fight.
Let's see you using Grav first, and it looks like it's going to be Hawaii with the Grav combo with the Dragon, but Matt Dealer just popping the squad right by the Graviton Surge and just holding left click and just electrocuting everyone to death as Hawaii forcing 50 seconds left for Storm to attack, and that car has moved back past the bridge, and now they have to still push it all the way point A.
And now Storm has ult advantage right now, but now there's the Grav Surge right there, and let's see how they're gonna fare in this last fight.
Here we go, it's big. Graviton Surge unable to find anyone. Bent up, unable to get a post bomb in there to final elimination. Trainer Red gets the Primal Rage off of the copy with the Echo. Non-Tix in the back line finds the stick bombs on Plasma Turtle though. That's going to be big as Winston is out of the fight, but now Trainer Red make it plays, finds make you happy in the back line. He's looking for more. Trainer Red finds his counterpart, Non-Tix, helping his team to actually push this point around the corner, trying to roll in point A, and Non-Tix, or Trainer Red finds another sticky bomb on Kenzu. The eliminations are favoring side of Storm as they roll into point A, and they're going to be given extra time for section B.
And usually more times than not, when there's like less time on the clock, it seems the attackers have like more motivation to like push the payload through than not.
Yeah, we do see that commonly here in Overwatch. A little bit of spark of motivation that it is do or die right now as you're moving in. Hawaii taking an aggressive attack. Matt Dealer back in the aggressive. River finding chaos though on the Graviton Surge being used, and looks like they are trying to finish this team fight early, but now Pulse Bomb being used, trying to find Offbeat, and he's able to get headshotted by Kenzu, and Kenzu just popping a sniper. This is a nice sniper position right on the ship in the middle of the map of point B.
And this is a good recovery from the Hawaii's defense. Even though they've had to use some of their ults, they were able to hold on their own after that last battle they lost.
The Bent Up and Offbeat have the grab Pulse Bomb combo, but it's going to be hard as all of the side of Hawaii is spread out over the map. And Kenzu finding a huge headshot on Trainer Red, but it's able to get Res back up as it looks like Plasma Turtle is in and aggressive. He has a Primal Rage, being a little bit aggressive here as Matt Dealer gets in and the boost. He's looking for the supports in the back line, finds one. Chaos falling now. Plasma Turtle pops the Primal Rage, finds Kenzu, takes the sniper out of the fight, making you happy, finding Bell. Trades coming in on both sides. An even fight here. Hawaii down one though, but trying to make it even, and as one team member on Hawaii falls, another one falls on Storm, as looks like Hawaii is slightly favored with the spawn points as the rest of the team for Hawaii comes back to the point. 30 seconds remain for Storm. Have to push to the point B to get extra time.
And now some good work out of Napatis, holding his own at the point until Make You Happy just comes in to help finish off Bent Up.
Ooh, Plasma Turtle falling dangerously low. Has to get the heals from Bell before going back in. Now Graviton Surge being used here, looking for the Pulse Bomb, but Beat is used to keep the rest of the team up with the shields. A huge time for Make You Happy to get that beat to keep them in the fight. Now overtime is triggered. Make You Happy finding Bell in the background. Plasma Turtle finding a kill on River though. Kenzu pick up 2 elimination. It's going to be big here. Pulse Bomb being used by Non-Tix after getting the Echo copy, and he's looking to build up one more to finish this fight, but he doesn't need to, as Hawaii finds all of the players on the side of Storm, and they will be holding Storm before point B on Watch Point Gibraltar.
Let me tell you, half of these battles could have gone either way. Like, we've seen many good ults being popped off. We've seen many good offensive plays out of Storm. But Hawaii was able to keep their composure, keep their defense going. And especially when Napatis was able to hold his own on the point until Make You Happy was able to come in during that instance before the last battle. Yeah, I give credit to their defense on that one.
You see almost Hawaii a slight, I would say a slight advantage here now, actually going to Watch Point Gibraltar.
Indeed.
So we will see how Storm has the defense here. They're going to have to hold Hawaii just before their push, just to have hope going to a map 3 and see a similar compositions here, Adam, of this double bubble composition.
We're gonna see how this will go for when the roles switched. Hawaii did pretty well with the double bubble on defense. Now we're gonna see how they do that on the offense, and vice versa with Storm. We'll just have to see how they can fare. But I would have to give advantage to Hawaii on this one.
Here we go. This huge tub where you skate people a little bit on a high ground as Hawaii trying to be spread out here, be aggressive though. As Napodis gets picked off by Bentop, that's going to be a huge elimination as they're going to have to wait till he gets back in the fight, but Plasma Turtles being aggressive here. Able to get back, get support from his team. So why roll that cart, roll that payload underneath the arch. Now Offbeat trying to get a cheeky elimination. There's a standoff here. Both teams just trying to stop the cart, build up those ultimates. And Napodis gets caught out by Trainer Red and bent up. Also find elimination. Both tanks gone for Hawaii, and they're going to have to regroup here.
And indeed, they just weren't able to get things going there. So now we're gonna have to see about this battle and see what strategies they can think of.
Exactly, and now with 2 minutes 45 seconds left remaining, Hawaii trying to get another attack here. A quadruple stun by side bent up, and now he only picks up River though, as Nautix bringing up an elimination, Plasma Turtle. And now focusing down Bell as well, and now he has the copy. Now he can build up that Graviton Surge very quickly. Chaos find the res on Bell late though, bring him back in the fight, has a nano boost that might be able to turn the fight here as Hawaii finds eliminations, trying to clean it up, trying to get this cart move A back to point A, and now Nautix and Kansas DPS for Hawaii finding the eliminations, and maybe Storm will be able to touch this point and get one more team fight before they capture point A.
And indeed, we'll have to see that, and Storm does have the ult economy advantage, so we'll see how they can use that.
It's here, and looks like High Noon being used by Bent Up, an excellent time beat by Make You Happy to keep everyone alive, and now Hawaii finding eliminations, Nepotus and Matt Dealer, the tanks for Hawaii cleaning up, and that's going to be a team kill for Hawaii, sending all the players of Storm back to their spawn points. And Vel actually gets caught out with a early spawn, and that's going to be a problem as he has to regroup. Yellow, orange box is the goal for Hawaii, just need to push there. Storm coming back, being aggressive, trying to keep them back. Have to hold this. 3 minutes and 30 seconds. They cannot let Hawaii cap this, or this series is over and Hawaii will win. Storm spread out. Kanzu finding an opening elimination, and both Graviton Surge being used, and Hawaii finding the eliminations and the kills to try to close this one out as the payloads get dangerously close. Storm has to stay on top of it just so they can keep it alive and keep their dreams alive, as the rest of the team for Storm gets back on point. Plasma Turtle falling dangerously low, needs to get support from Bell, and he does get healed back up, and you see Storm all huddle around the cart. They don't want to let Hawaii push in, and now Echo Copy on Doofus, and let's see if he can get an early punch, and he finds one on Bent Up. Seismic Slam ultimate being used. Non-ticks with the Echo Copy on Doomfist is making plays and finding the kills for Hawaii as they are trying to finish this map here. Dragon on the cart, and Hawaii will be finishing Watch Point Gibraltar and taking the win in this series 2-0.
And I gotta say, they were probably benefiting of beating the underdogs in this one. People were probably counting them out with the fans favoring Storm to win. I think they were riding that momentum of being the underdogs, but they had some good offensive plays on this push, giving themselves an advantage, giving themselves plenty of time to get that second point and get the win on that one.
Indeed, definitely make a big play side of Hawaii, picking up their 5th win and give a false appearance Storm their first loss in this season 14 of UGC Overwatch. But more games to we play as we see the rest of the teams pick it up. The rest of the games here as we are getting close to playoffs. and playoffs. I am looking forward to those, Adam, as we get the best of the best teams play in matches every week on Friday. Exciting match we had here, though, against False Appear Storm versus the University of Hawaii Warriors. And if I had to give a MVP of this match, I have to give it to Nontix, this DPS player for Hawaii Warriors with the Doomfist, and also we saw his Echo on Watchpoint Gibraltar and picking up those eliminations right at the end was a difference maker for Hawaii.
There's a lot of good duplications there. Pretty much a lot of duplicating of the Tracers I've been seeing. Some good Pulse Bombs kills out of him. And also, we saw later on picking up some more kills as a Doomfist who, even though very difficult, can be a monster if used in the right hands. And we definitely saw that out of Nontix.
Absolutely, Nontix being a dominant DPS player inside of Hawaii, helping them secure their 5th win, making their record 5-1, tying it up. False Appearance Storm making their record 5-1, giving them their first loss on the season. That will be that's us wrapping up UGC Intermediate Overwatch for tonight. Thank you for joining us, everyone. Adam, a pleasure casting with you.
Honor.
Always a pleasure, my friend. Always a pleasure. As we are wrapping up here, thank you for everyone joining us for UGC Season 14 Overwatch. We bring you content every Friday when we can. Intermediate, beginner, or Premier League matches. Again, thank you for joining us. My name is Guthix. My Twitter is @Guthix Esport. Joined by Adam Smasher. Thank you for all joining us, and we will see you next week. See you, everyone.